Welcome to the Vodcast. I'm here in the dressing room with funny man, Marc Lottering. Marc, how are you doing today?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Well, Naughty 40 is showing at the moment.
Yes.
It's nearing the end of its run in Berg.
Yeah.
How's the show been for you?
It's been phenomenal. We opened the first week. We landed during the first week. The season was sold out, which for me is a first. And particularly being away from home, being up in Joburg, really, I was surprised because you never know how these things are going to turn out. So it's been extremely well received. I'm enjoying performing the show, and as I said, packed houses. Every comedian dreams about having that just sound of laughter and having a really cool time.
We talk about the transition and the funny things that people can relate to. I can't really relate to turning 40 because I'm not there yet.
Whatever.
But
can someone give me an adult to interview with, please?
Yeah, I'm a child, turning 25 this year. So I'm nearing my quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
And you've obviously been through it. So do you have
quarter
any tips for
life crisis? So since when did that become a crisis?
Hello. Have you not heard of it?
No, actually I haven't. I shall think about it now and be gentle with the audience. I'll remember that tonight.
Okay, cool.
On stage, I'll mention that.
Well, your next show then can be the quarter life crisis of Marc Lottering.
Gosh, quarter life crisis. I don't know what you do to cope with that or how it impacts upon your life. Well, now that I think about it, obviously it does. I think people will go through that quarter life crisis when they stop asking for your ID at clubs. I mean, you really want them to assume that you're not 20 yet.
Yeah, that happened a couple of years back.
And it felt great. So we deal with it. So the crisis about 40, I think, is more. I just heard someone say on TV today, 40 is not such a big deal, but when other people say it, it sounds like a big deal, and people will make it a big deal. But it's that cliche, you're as old as you feel. So there are a few things that I guess you can't avoid. The fact that after 40, it's uncontrollable, you just start farting, and you really can't believe that it's happening in mid-conversation.
Yeah, I was wondering what
Jason.
I was just about to try and keep the straight face in, but I just couldn't. It's okay, Marc.
Now let's talk some more. Why do you want to leave now?
Hey, please, where's the fan in the dressing room? Okay, well, I see that you've got some interesting props and some outfits here.
Yeah.
Designer outfits.
Indeed. Who told you that? But true. Yes.
I do my research. I can't reveal my sources.
Of course not. A true researcher never does.
The show is ending its run here in Joburg.
Yes.
But you've got another thing coming up, or another show coming up.
Yes, indeed. The show opens on the 1st of April at the Opera House in Port Elizabeth.
Armpit of South Africa. Okay.
I thought you were going to say the Armpit House. You said it, not me. I love PE. I love the Opera House.
Okay.
So, we do 4 shows only in Port Elizabeth.
Okay.
And usually I have a fantastic time there. And I'm sure I will. And then I move on to a place called De Boer in Cape Town.
So you've got a busy couple of weeks coming up now as well then.
I have a busy couple of weeks coming up. There are a few days in between where I can take a break, have some time off, but you've got to do what you have to do to pay the bond.
Exactly. Well, the interest rate came down this week, so...
Did it?
It did indeed, 1%.
Oh my word.
So that's good.
Just before the elections.
Just
surprise, surprise.
Well, speaking about the elections, have you got any words for would-be voters out there?
Yes, be sensible, be sober when you're going to stand in the queue. I know most South Africans turn it into Amstel and Braai Day. But before you get to the Braai, think carefully as to where you're going to make your cross. I can't influence people, I can't tell them. I am voting for Evita Msadena.
Okay, cool.
I just think she's amazing, and I think she's looking so hot right now.
She is.
Yeah.
You are pledging your support to recycling.
Yes.
Recycling.
Yes.
Tell me about your involvement with that.
Look, you really do your research.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah, that was just...
For a baby, hey? I'm 25.
For a baby, you and your crisis, what is it? Your quarter life crisis, of course. Quarter life, you do a lot of reading, that's good. Because the eyesight goes after 40, so do read as much as you can now.
Okay.
I was approached lately. I'm being approached a lot by people saying, you know, take care of the planet and let's promote the following thing, and which I'm I'm very happy about that, because someone like me, and I think there are lots of people around like me, we hear about these things, but we don't do enough. You know, when it comes to carrier bags, when it comes to electricity, when it comes to recycling. We just know about it and we know we should be doing it, we don't do enough. So when somebody says that I need to make a conscious stand for something, it gets me thinking, and hopefully you know, impacts upon the lives of other, who knows, 25-year-olds could be listening to me and following with that, because after all, it is for you guys that we're doing it, you know, for the kids. So I was very excited to get behind that.
But do you know that Earth Hour is on Saturday, and
Yes.
that's your last show?
Yes.
So you're cutting the lights for a bit?
Well, our show stops at 20 past. No, the first show starts at 6 and it stops at 20 past 8.
Oh, perfect.
So it's perfect.
Okay.
So we'll have the lights off between 8:30 and I think 9:15
Okay.
at a push. And I was going to go on stage for the other 15 minutes with candlelight, but once you reach 40 and you hold a candle up under your chin, the audience tend to leave. So the point is to get them to stay. So I might need the assistance of some other lighting, but certainly there'll be candlelight in the bedroom. In the dressing room. In the dressing room from 8:30 in the dressing room.
Okay, well, while Mark talks about the bedroom and the dressing room and all of that, we're going to wrap it up.
It's all an act. That's where all the acting happens.
Okay, Mark, well, thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
me on the
Good
Vodcast.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you. Hello, my name is Marc Lottering, and you are watching the Vodcast on the Times.